Hello, everyone. I've got a really cool guest today, and I'm so thankful that we got connected and started talking because he is just amazing. I love what he's doing. His name is Tony. So, Tony, can you tell us who you are and how you spend your time?
Sure. Well, thank you, Nick. First of all, for this invitation, I'm really excited. It's my first time collaborating with you, and I really love what you are doing. It's To me, it's really inspirational. Your
Thank
channel
you.
is something that I really love because you are really authentic, and this is sometimes difficult to find.
Yep.
So, talking a little bit more about me, so I let's say I arrived to coaching recently because let's say professionally I arrived recently because I realized that during my whole life, my 16 last years, I've been on research, on scientific research for energetic systems, on thermal energy storage and hydrogen and these kind of things, which is really interesting. It's really hot topic right now. But I realized
Mm-hmm.
my real, let's say, my core expertise on my real skill, it's more on mentoring and coaching people. In everywhere I've been, everybody was coming to me with, oh, I have this problem. What do you think about that? What you will do? And I was coaching people more than doing my research.
Yep.
Finally, I decided, well, maybe my impact is not so much on the technology, but helping the people who is developing the technology.
Yep.
So right now I'm starting a new, let's say, a new journey on
Mm-hmm.
coaching for sustainability and for research, trying to help
Mm-hmm.
all the people who is in this field, and also not only the people in academia, not necessarily that, but also people who is out of academia. They want to provide or increase their sustainability skills and contribute to make this world more sustainable and keep it
Mm-hmm.
and preserve it, which is something that is starting to be really necessary.
Oh yeah, I agree. It's definitely necessary. Well, I find it amazing because like you kind of got started on your coaching journey, kind of like I did. I seen it was a need, and I was like, hey, I'm already basically coaching people, so why don't I make that my profession and help even more people? So yeah, it's really cool that you kind of got started the same way I did.
Yeah, yeah. The Our mission is quite aligned. It's really the
It
same.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why me and you like we clicked right away. We're like, hey,
Yeah.
we're kind of about the same thing, so that's really cool. Mindset and positivity, and just helping others is what we're about. So that's where we get joy is helping others.
Yeah. And in fact, now you mentioned positivity. I think that's something so necessary nowadays because just today I was discussing with one of my mentors that we are in a world that nowadays we can see even the war in Ukraine, we can see it almost
Hmm.
on real time.
Yeah.
But we have the technology and we are using the technology to focus on the negative things. So if we
Hmm.
could just focus on something much more positive, the mood of the whole world is going to be much more proactive, more happy. Everybody will be happy. Everybody will be trying to do their best and give their all their energy to create something
Hmm.
beautiful, not just focus on the bad things. No?
Yeah, I agree with that so much. Like for me, I haven't watched the news in over 2 years because
Oh,
I just don't want that negativity in my head. If I need to know something, I'll find out somehow. But if it's not, affecting me personally, I just don't want to know about it because I want to focus on the positive things in life. You know, and yeah, I mean, obviously, I know about the war. I have friends over there, so like it's tough. But the news doesn't give you the whole truth a lot of times. So I like to get my info from people that are there, not the news. You know.
Yeah, and I think that something that you state in many of your videos and your content, it's like you are trying to do your best for the people who is around you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's to me the most let's say beautiful thing, because if you try to make your environment better, you
Hmm.
are starting a kind of contagious wave that is going to spread
Yep.
more. I think we shouldn't
Yep.
focus on what happened in the other side of the world. Focus on what happened in your family and friends, and just give.
Exactly. I agree so much. And like they say, you are the average of the five people that you're around. So
Exactly.
focus on who those five people are. And I'm sorry, but if they're not good for you, you gotta get rid of them. And it's hard. I had to do it with a lot of people in my life, and you know, you don't necessarily have to like remove them from your life, but just limit the time you spend with them. I've got I have plenty of family that I tend to limit my time with, but that doesn't mean that I don't love them. I still love them just as much as I used to.
Yeah.
It's just I gotta focus on what's best for me and my mindset because I gotta keep my mindset as positive as I can because the more positive I am, the more I can help the people around me, and the better content I can make for social media, which in return helps thousands of more people. And then obviously my coaching clients, I gotta be, always positive for them because that's what I work on with my clients a lot is having that positive mindset because once you can make that shift,
Hmm.
as you know, your whole life improves.
Exactly.
Every aspect.
Exactly. It's amazing how, as you mentioned, changing the people that you are surrounded with
Hmm.
starts to change, to shift your life and bring you to another direction, which 100% of times is much better than what you were doing.
Oh yeah, I agree because yeah, like the direction I'm on now is so much different than before, but it's so much better too.
Yeah.
But like I absolutely love what I'm doing. I love doing these podcasts. I love helping my clients. I love posting on social media and helping more people. Like this is what I love doing, and I wouldn't be on this path if I still had the negative mindset that I had
Exactly.
before. Yeah, so it's just incredible. So I would like to know what is your favorite part about being a coach?
Actually, my favorite part is when the client realizes something about his life that it was not able to realize before. The
Yep.
change in the face, the moment of realization, there is a moment that you can see in their eyes, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel the click, and this is a fantastic moment. Then everything comes, so they realize, like, oh, I've been doing that, oh, this is what is pulling me back. And when
Mm-hmm.
you ask them, okay, what do you want to do with that, you want to continue like this, you want to take some action to change things.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to change things, and nobody wants
Yeah.
to get stuck in the, let's say, in the shit that they were
Yep.
before.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. It's like the aha moment that happens, and it happens with every client. Every
Yeah.
client I've had, it's like boom, and the cool thing as a coach is that moment changed their life forever,
Yeah.
and that's the big thing.
And sometimes takes a bit to come with this aha moment. It takes two, three,
Yep.
four sessions, but at
Yep.
the end, everybody experienced this moment, and it's so beautiful.
It is. It really is. And like for me, some of the clients I've had, you figure out that a lot of the problems that they're facing comes down to one instance in their childhood that they've been carrying their whole life. Have you seen that too?
Yeah, yeah. In fact, I've seen that, and I can tell you I experienced that because one of my, let's say, master assessments, one of my limiting beliefs, it was that I'm not smart enough. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
today I had a session with my coach because
Mm-hmm.
I like to have a coach also. So I'm coaching people, but I like to have a coach to keep developing myself.
Same. Yep.
So he told me something like, okay, if you are not smart enough, what are you? And it took
Mm.
me 5 minutes to pronounce, no, to say,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not smart enough, it means I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in this moment when you name your fear, let's say, when is when the fear disappears, and you think,
Yep.
no, I can, no, that has no sense. So I can see my life, and I'm not stupid at all. But
No.
till you don't say this sentence, and this is super
Mm-hmm.
powerful. When you ask somebody, okay, say to you what you are saying, no? What
Yep.
who you are, then people start crying, people start to
Mm-hmm.
have emotional reactions, and this is also another powerful moment. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, it's
also love
that.
push people to okay, let me get you out of your thoughts, of your limiting thoughts.
Yeah, it's how people self-identify, and you know a lot of people self-identify themselves in a negative way,
Yeah.
and it's like what happened to you. Like once you get clear on like how you're self-identifying, and then you say it out loud, and you're like, well, that's not right. That's not who I am. I'm not like your case. I'm not stupid, but you were saying I'm not smart enough.
Exactly.
Well, you are, because otherwise you're stupid, but you're not. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's very powerful just to figure out how people self-identify, and then walk them through and have them switch that to something more positive. I've done that with all my clients, and that's usually like when I get the aha moment that we were talking about, and they're like, "Oh, so yeah, that's super powerful."
And you know about these master assessments, these limiting beliefs.
Hmm.
Usually there is one that is behind of all the limiting beliefs you have. But it's really curious that when you let's say observe it really close, you realize
Hmm.
that your limiting belief is putting you back in some aspects of your life, but for other aspects, for example, in my case, I was thinking I'm not smart enough. That
Hmm.
pushed me to learn and study and get degrees and try to be in the best research centers in the world. So you can also use it for your own benefit.
I agree, 100%. That's so true, and I actually didn't quite think of it like that. So thank you for that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And like now, I'm thinking back on my life, and it's like, oh yeah, I've done a lot of things like that. So yeah, it pushes you to evolve, learn more, be better, and just improve yourself so much faster, because it gives you like you're on like a mission to get it down and improve. That's so powerful.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, can you tell us more about like you, like who you are, like where you came from, how you got brought up and everything.
So actually, I'm originally from a city called Lleida, which is 150 kilometers west of Barcelona in Spain.
Okay.
And well, I grew up there. I did my degree in near Barcelona. Then I started working. I decided to get a master, a PhD. And after getting a PhD, everything started to get out of my control. So I started to work in US, then in Emirates, and later on in France. And now, right now, I'm settled in Singapore, where
Okay.
I came for a couple of years. But then COVID arrived, and
Hmm.
then after COVID, my wife arrived, and that changed everything.
Yeah, I suppose.
My dad used to say that you used to make the plans, God arranges everything, and then woman arrives and mess up.
Messes everything up. But hopefully for the good.
Yeah, no. I'm really
Yeah.
happy.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
married since we've been 3.5 years together, and my life
Awesome.
is much better since then.
That's amazing. Amazing. Well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So, um, if you had to give somebody advice who either wants to be a coach or an entrepreneur, what would that like one piece of advice be? Like, think back, like what's one thing that you wish that somebody told you when you were getting started out?
So, okay, if you want to be a coach, my advice is first of all, meet yourself, because all of us we
Mm,
have so gray areas or let's say blind spots that
mm-hmm,
by ourselves we are not able to see. So it's easier
mm-hmm,
if you have a coach or you have a mentor or even just a good friend who is quite, let's say, not partial, who is able to tell you the truth to the face.
yep.
That's really good to have somebody that is able to okay, look at this, look at this, look at this, and start knowing yourself, because this is what you are
Mm-hmm.
going to do with other people to coach them.
Yeah. Yeah.
When starting a business, I'm realizing that at the beginning you start a business and you think, yeah, everything is gonna work, and yeah, no, everything is
No.
gonna work in 1 month. No, no, that's not
No.
realistic, and you need a lot of hard work,
Mm-hmm.
and as you said, positive vibes, and be
Yep.
every day there, and look for new opportunities, new things to do, new content to upload. So it's a tough work,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, it's really worth it. It makes you feel
Oh.
really
Oh yeah.
proud about what you're doing.
Oh yeah. I agree. I love that. That was great and so helpful. And one thing that I can say is learn to have discipline. You need to be very disciplined when you run a business and you're a coach because there's a lot of times where you're just not going to feel like doing anything. But you have to have the discipline to get things done. Otherwise, it's not going to work out.
Yeah, yeah. Recently, I got a tattoo here in my hand. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah,
This is
that's
a kind
cool.
of infinite symbol with the moon of and the sun, because that makes me that reminds me that there are good moments, so enjoy them, because this is why life is beautiful. But it's gonna be also moments of darkness.
Hmm.
Whatever it happens, shall pass. So enjoy the good moments, because later on there are going to be moments of disappointment, as you said, and you must endure, but also enjoy the disappointment. Enjoy, like okay,
Yeah.
I'm in a bad moment. No worries. I'm doing all the things. I'm not evolving in the side that I would like. But later on, everything starts to get in place. It can take days. It can take weeks, months, even. Everything starts to go up again. That's a life
Yep.
cycle.
Yep. It does. It really does. So, yeah, that's so powerful. And, yeah, just awesome. So, what does my slogan, "Your abilities are infinite," mean to you, since we're on that infinite topic?
So sorry. So you have infinite.
Yeah, my slogan is "Your abilities are infinite." What does that mean to you?
Wow, I can tell you this slogan is really beautiful, because I think that So I'm not a religious person, but I believe in God. To
Mm-hmm.
me, God put us here with a set of infinite skills.
Yep.
Our mission, let's say, or our is that is kind of a game. You know, you must uncover and let's say unpeel yourself and uncover your skills one by one and try to help yourself, but also help the rest of the people with your skills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. We all have infinite skills. We just gotta put in the work to find them.
Then the more
So
the
that's
more
all
skills you
awesome.
show, the more you shine, and you are able to let's say produce this kind of wave of positivity in the people around you.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. All right, Tony, this is awesome. But for my listeners, can you tell us how they can reach out to you?
Well, they can reach me. I'm in Instagram as a
Okay.
Tony Gil coach, and if somebody wants to use LinkedIn, they can find me as Anthony Antoni Gil Gil. Um, by the moment, Facebook is a little bit stopped because I have plenty of things to start with my company. So I just
Yep.
use Instagram and LinkedIn. But if
Okay.
somebody wants to send an email or something, is tony.gil.coaching@gmail.com.
Awesome. And I'll put all your links down in the show notes so everybody can find you.
Sure. Thank you, man.
All right. This was great. Do you have any last words?
Okay, I would like to finish with a sentence that with a quote from a movie from the movie Dune, the part one, which really hit me when I heard it. It's the mystery of life is not a problem to solve, but a reality to experience.
Ooh,
And
I
that
love
is the
that.
thing that sometimes we think too much. Just experience what you
Mm-hmm.
are living.
Yep. That's amazing.